Alamitu, and well done for the work you're doing for the women and girls of this country. Can you explain to the panel the legal framework that guides the elections in Kenya insofar as the counting, tallying, and transmission of result is concerned?
Thank you. The legal framework that guides us, number one, is the Constitution of Kenya 2010. We also have the Election Act. We have the Political Parties Act, the IEBC Act. All this put together guide us in the way we conduct our elections. Thank you.
So let's go to the Elections Act, and using that legal framework that is established in that act, explain to us the processes or the legal requirements in relation to counting, tallying, and transmission of results.
Thank you. In relation to counting and tallying, there is a requirement on the times that the voting process starts and when it closes. Once the closing takes place, and then from that process on, the counting of the ballot paper starts, and then the filling of the forms, as have been agreed on, as has been already communicated on each of the candidates. And once that has been tallied, there are those that are announced at the polling stations, and then they are sealed and taken to the, for example, at the polling center at the ward, there is a form that is filled in that shows each candidate what they have been able to get. Then from there they go to the constituency tallying center, where the returning officer is able to undertake the announcement of the ward representatives and the members of parliament. And then from there, it goes to the county tallying center, where the announcement for the women representative, the Senate, and the governors take place. After that, then, there is the transmission of the presidential vote to the national tallying center.
So, what are some of those measures, should you be successful to be IEBC chair, that you would propose to ensure that there is accuracy and transparency of results during the counting and tallying processes?
The accuracy and tallying of results, for it to be transparent, starts right from the pre-election period, because we need to do election with documents or registers that are up to date, so that if somebody comes for voting, their names are available in the manner in which they have already been registered. So transparency. Then the use of technology in identification of the voters. We already use technology, but how best can it be? How best can it be done so that when somebody comes in, they are able to be identified digitally? And then transmission. Currently, the only transmission that is done online is the presidential one. So I think we should, relying on the tech that we already have, how do we improve on it so that all the elections, all the 6 elections are transmitted online, and the counting is also online, but it tallies with what has been proposed in what has been written, handwritten, because of course we would need a backup, and systems fail sometimes, so we always have to rely on the backup that is there, but we work on having stringent measures on those issues.
So how do you propose to address some of those challenges that come with the delay or disputes in the transmission of results?
First is to identify what is causing them. Is it a technological challenge, for example? Where I come from, sometimes there is net failure. So before the elections, are we able to identify areas where the signals or the data, do we require backup or something, electricity that is being used, or the equipment, does it have backup on electricity, so that once you know that this system is supposed to work for a certain period of time and you're relying on something, there are areas that do not have this thing. So we need to plan ahead to be able to work on these things. And how do you do it? You're already communicating with stakeholders in these organizations, whether it is the network service providers, whether it is the electricity generating companies, or if the place requires, backup generator or solar is something that has been pre-planned and it's already being done. That is on the issue of first identification and transmission. Then the security of it after the counting and during the transit of the ballot boxes to the constituency tallying center. I think tight security has to be given to these staff who are taking these things. But the best would be to employ on technology so that as you carry the physical ballot boxes to the tallying center, then you are able to transmit your results immediately, so that we are talking about real-time receiving of results for all elections that have been done.
Thank you, ma'am. And